Do you remember that kid from that private birthday party?
Yes,
Yeah, they're your return clients. You get a lot of events from them.
Yes, I remember. I wasn't gonna play that request.
And what did I find out? He's the owner's
He's
son.
the owner's son. So
He's
when,
the
when you told me
client's
that,
son.
I was like, oh, okay. Then I have to play it now because you got to get on their good side, right?
He was like breakdancing there. He was so happy.
When I played it,
I never saw a kid so happy.
it was one of the last songs I played. And he was like, what did he say?
You saved the best for last. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Clever DJ with Ilia
and Nino. Welcome back, guys.
How's it going? How's it going?
Howdy doody, howdy doody.
So, something interesting happened.
What's that?
Someone did not, maybe he's under the table, did not back up the episode.
Oh, man.
And got it erased.
Jeez.
Just the video.
Yeah.
But, so, here's what's going to happen. So, it's fine, buddy.
We're still doing the same.
I think it's going to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
So, we're going to leave episode 14, which is the 10 Commandments of DJing.
Yeah.
Is originally recorded on all of the platforms.
Except for
YouTube. We're just going to do another version of it. Yeah. All right? So you kind of get a bonus version. So
kind of. We're going to make it better. We're going to try to make it better. All right?
So you have two of them. You'll have the one that we upload through our host, and it goes everywhere. Yeah. Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, like every platform out there. Google, which is honestly out the window soon because it's going to become YouTube Music. So yeah, it's everywhere. So you have both versions to listen to. All right. So these are the 10 Commandments of DJing.
And we're the ones who actually made this list. So
yeah, we made that list based on lots of stuff that we've been through, stuff we read online. We also listen to podcasts. You know, a lot of this information is because we appreciate what we learn ourselves and what we learn from others.
Now, technically, we could have made it 15, 20 commandments, but we
50.
don't.
There's so many.
We don't want to make it that long, right? We want to stick to just the solid 10, and we have some honorable mentions at the end that we will share with you guys. But
So, I think we'll stick to the same 10 and the same honorable mentions, but we're gonna kind of do a different version of it. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. So number 1, respect your gear and make sure it's in optimal condition, whether it's beginner or advanced gear.
Respect your gear. Respect your gear, right? No.
It's true to anything, right? Whether you are in martial arts and you have your, your gi.
Yeah, you have to take care of whether
you're a DJ, whether you play guitar, you got to respect your equipment. You got to respect that, whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah, literally your equipment is making you money. Like it's making you a living. So you got to take care of it, make sure it's working properly. That it's in good condition. Well, it doesn't technically have to, but it should be in really great condition.
Yes, and also it's not only about the fact that it's making you money. Can you imagine something going wrong and you just completely ruin someone's event?
Yeah, because
right?
It's not because you
and it's on you. It's not your gear. You are the one who has to have that gear kind of maintained or have a backup, right? So it's so important to maintain your gear to make sure everything is in optimal condition, and that we'll get to it, but that you have a backup.
Yes, exactly.
Thou shalt have a booking agreement or a contract.
Yep, you always have to have a booking agreement, especially before you actually do the event, because you have to make things clear, like when you're getting paid. Details of the event need to be there, what you agreed on with the booker. whether it's the client or the promoter. You have to lay all the guidelines out so nothing's left on table.
Lots of,
right?
oh, you said this, but you did that. I'm like, actually, no. It's written right here.
It's written in the contract, right? And we both signed it.
Yeah.
Right. So all the details need to be laid out.
Super important. Know your music. That's number 3. Number 3, know your music. Have a decent amount of music that you are familiar with. And that's, very important for people who play open format. Mm-hmm. You should always have a good amount of music, but especially if you play open format, because you never know.
You never know who you're playing for, right? You could be playing for younger crowds or older crowds. So you have to have a big variety of music, right? You have to make sure that you know them, though.
Yes.
Not just have them, right? It's different when you have like 100,000 songs.
Yeah.
Like
more.
Or more.
Yeah.
Right? There's no point in having so much if you don't know what you have.
Yeah. So that's why I actually started... I removed everything from my laptop. I used to have everything on the laptop, right?
Jeez.
It wasn't 100,000. It was more than that. It was a lot more than that. And it made no sense. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't understand where's what. So I started creating my own playlist, trusting my own music, my own taste.
With every event you did, right?
At first I had to use kind of like freak out and find the music in that mess. Mm-hmm. And then throughout the event, requests, after 2-3 events, you kind of curate your own, your crates, your playlists. And then now Sweet 16, 2024 Sweet 16. Oh, I know that one yet. Lots of Latin music, right? And then that's how you build it. You don't need hundreds of thousands of tracks. It's good to have them on your hard drive when you look for it's like your own record pool.
It is, and it's good if someone requests a song that, and then you look in your hard drive and I have it, right? And then you can play it.
But you don't need them to be immediately available on your computer and on your crates. I mean,
it's just a waste of space, honestly, right?
Number 4, you must know how to handle requests, songs, and announcements. Take it away.
You must know how to handle requests. Like, never say no. You can't say no directly to a guest. Say, no, I'm not going to do a request. It's just rude, right?
Just the word no. Like, no, I'm not going to play it.
No.
Unless it's a very specific situation.
Yeah, but you can't. You have to always divert it or try to come up with a good reason why you can't. And, we have to be nice about it.
And we actually recorded... a newer episode, right? And in that episode, we're going in detail on requests. And I'm only saying that now because, as we said, we are recording this episode actually after it's already aired. We're re-recording it. So if you check episode number
24, no, it's today, right?
Yeah, it was 6, 7, 8.
No, that couldn't be 7. 26, probably.
I think so. Well, there was one episode about requests. I'm actually going to check right now and I'm going to tell you. Where is it? Yes, episode 26. No, that's a different one.
Okay, so 28.
It's episode 25.
25.
Yes,
okay.
Episode 25. You can check that one.
Yeah, that's all about requests.
All about requests in detail, in depth.
Yeah, but never say no to a client. Always say that you're going to play it unless it's a really, really bad request. Then kind of like divert the attention and say, make an excuse or something. Or I'll tell them honestly, I'm not sure if this request is going to work with the crowd, with what I'm playing right now. But if you give me another one, and I might be able to play for you. I might have it.
I'm gonna mention. I obviously remember some things we said in the past episode, in the previous episode, the original, originally recorded one. Do you remember that kid from that private birthday party?
Yes,
yeah, they're your return clients. You get a lot of events from them.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. I wasn't gonna play that request.
And what did I find out? He's the owner's son.
He's the owner's son. So
he's
when you told me that,
son.
I was like, oh, okay, then I have to play it now because you got to get on their good side, right?
He was like breakdancing there. He was so happy.
When I played it,
I never saw a kid so happy.
it was one of the last songs I played, and he was like, "What did he say?"
You saved the best for last.
You said it exactly like how he said it.
Yeah, with the same
So
same
cute,
sound.
so cute, and he was flipping around, doing like
He
tumbling
was so
and
happy.
stuff. Yeah,
And it kind of like, I was really tired at that point. I was just, I want to go home. But at that point, that kid just gave me a boost of
extra
energy.
energy, right? Yeah, it was a good night. That was a good night.
So that was number 4. Number 5, dress appropriately for the event, and dress properly, represent yourself and or the company in a way that's respectful, right? Whether you're like playing in clubs or you're doing weddings or whatever it is you're doing.
Dress appropriately for the actual event. Now you can also ask the client or couple what they feel like is appropriate for them. What you would want to wear, right? So
Yeah, maybe they have a theme. There was
Exactly.
a goth wedding that I was bartending at.
Oh yeah,
And I believe the DJ came in and it wasn't like their friend or anything like that, right? And
Really?
The DJ came in like all like dark clothing.
off the wear.
Yeah.
Oh, just black. Just
Yeah, but like he added some props and stuff like
yeah,
that.
that's cool.
He did it for them. He did it because he did not want to look like
Out of
ruin their
place.
theme,
Out
right?
of place, yeah,
Like
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
they're taking a video and then the DJ looks like all like rain red
Yeah.
and like pink or whatever.
Exactly. It's
or
like
white.
It's like almost like coming to a Halloween party and then the DJ doesn't put any effort into it. Just doesn't even try to
Yeah, so-
dress. But if they dress up, it's like, oh, he's joining in with the fun, right?
And I saw like an extra. I saw an envelope in the beginning. I was just setting up the bar beside the DJ booth, and like very close to the DJ booth. And I saw them coming in with an envelope,
Yeah.
and then I saw another envelope at the end of the night. So they definitely tipped him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
He
and-
must have loved his outfit.
And I remember him doing something like taking a photo of the envelope. He probably got a nice tip.
Social media.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure. I do that sometimes.
Look what I just got. But that's what I mean. Like, if I had an event and someone just made me feel like, wow, this was perfect. He didn't have to do it, or she didn't have to do it, and they
Yeah.
did that. I don't mind coming and giving you $2, $3, $4, $500.
Yeah, why not?
It's a one-time thing. When am I ever gonna do this again?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. So
Well,
yeah.
considering the divorce rate nowadays, but hopefully it's only a one-time thing. But it's not only weddings, right?
No, it's not only weddings. Definitely not. But yeah, dress appropriately.
Whether there's like a uniform,
Mm-hmm.
like when you had your own shirt before you changed like the company's name.
Yeah.
You had your own shirt, right?
Yeah.
What if you want them to wear that shirt that
Yeah.
day? Right?
If the company has shirts for their employees, definitely represent the company because you are representing the
yeah, don't
company.
wear your own shirt if you're working for someone else.
Exactly.
Don't put your own business cards if you're working with someone else.
Exactly. That's etiquette. That's
Yes.
DJ etiquette, right?
That could be one of the commandments.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Technically, it could be.
We'll talk about it after. We definitely should mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, come early. Being on time is coming late.
Yep.
Yes, I remember studying law enforcement back in the day. Well, I thought I'll be a police officer or something. With the way everything happened in North America and just like everywhere in the world right now, it's so dangerous to be a cop. Not even because of the actual physical danger.
It's
God forbid you say the wrong thing.
You know what?
You'll
It's
end up in jail.
It's dangerous to be a cop in the States.
Even more.
Even more,
End of Watch.
right?
Did you watch the movie End of Watch?
Yeah.
It's not just a movie.
It's
This
not.
stuff happens.
It's like real
It's-
life, right?
it's insane.
But they say that the Canadian cops are so much nicer, and I think it's true. I would say it's true.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of my friends are cops.
yeah, and they're good, right?
Paramedics, firefighters, right? Like, and I hear a lot of stories. But I have a couple friends in the States who are police officers, and they're very nice. Not just to me.
Okay,
But again, like, there are bad apples everywhere, right?
of course.
But that's what I mean. Like, I was studying so many years ago. I was just taking I was in college for it when I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was like, oh, maybe that's what I'll do. That's after I studied computers, and then they told me if you come on time, you're late, and if you're actually late, if you're like a minute late, they close the door. You can't come in.
Yeah, yeah,
you're just standing outside.
it's true.
Yeah,
You're
so-
wasting because you're pretty much wasting everybody's time walking in late because it takes
very-
the attention off of the teacher or what they're doing, and everybody's focusing on you.
So
right?
ever since my very early 20s, that rule was ingrained in me.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Always come on time or even earlier, especially if you have to set up full PA, at least 2 hours, I say. If you have to set up a standard system, even longer if you have moving heads, dry ice, and other stuff, uplights. If you just have to plug in, an hour, 45 minutes should be enough. Literally only take 5 minutes to plug in, but you
That
never
is
know.
his take.
You never know what's going to happen, right? There could be certain stuff that you're missing, like a cord, and you can troubleshoot and still go buy the cord if you don't have it, right? So you never know.
But my take on this stuff is if you're a beginner,
You come like 10 hours, right? You sleep over.
no, you literally give yourself another hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Not because you can't do it fast, because do it slowly, do a sound check, leave yourself some extra time to do stuff, and then you can do your social media, which is really important when you
media.
are no one, when nobody knows who you are.
social media is key.
Work on your social media, right? Like
Yeah.
come early, like get this set up. Like I remember it took me much longer to set up in the beginning because I was
course.
like, I don't want to make mistakes.
Yeah, and I wasn't there.
All right, yeah, and then it just remember the one gig you came. It was my client, but you came and you helped me out. How much
Yeah.
quicker was that?
It was fast, and I made sure it was cleaner too, right?
That's another thing. If you want to do it that clean, the way your mentor taught you or the way you saw online, it's gonna take longer. And if you're just rushing and you could drop a speaker or something, just give yourself enough time.
Exactly.
Now much quicker, but it took up to 10 gigs to get there.
Wait till you have to do moving heads and stuff by yourself.
Yeah. Even now, sometimes it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Some software is just not very optimal.
Oh yeah.
Number 7, always have a backup plan. We said that's going to be something about backups in terms of talent and gear. So
Yeah. So in terms of gear, now always make sure you have a mix on your phone, like a pre-made mix. Well, you have to be made sure that's your mix, not anybody else's mix.
suddenly hear something you're not supposed to hear, some DJ's name.
DJ Daniel. I'm like, well, that's not me. No, but yeah, make sure that it's your mix, or have a separate iPad or a backup controller in the car. Right, you never know when you're gonna need it. As for talent, make sure you have somebody that can replace you. That's
Anything
why
can happen.
That's why you need to be friends with DJs and have their back, because they could replace you and you can do it for them as well. So, yeah.
Right. And you want to have good DJs on your roster, people that you can actually trust.
With me, I have a team, so at the drop
You
of
have
a
a
hat,
large team, yeah.
at the drop of a hat, they'll take my
Drop
place.
of a pin.
A pin of a drop. Drop of a pin. Yeah.
You have a large team.
Yeah.
Devoted people. They're all good DJs.
Yeah.
Number 8, play for the crowd, not for yourself.
Yes. You're not a bedroom DJ, so those days are over. Now, if you're getting paid now, expect to play for whoever is in the crowd. Read the crowd. That's going to take a while, but, get out there as much as you can and just play. Play your heart out. You're playing for them. Play what they like. Now, if it's a dancing crowd, make sure that they're dancing.
Please them.
Yeah.
You're there to entertain them. You are the entertainment.
Yeah.
All right. Number
9.
9. Know the ins and outs of AV equipment.
Yeah, especially your own AV equipment. If you're lugging it around, know the multiple ways that you can set it up. Now, there is no just one right way. There are multiple ways, right? You've learned this the hard way.
Yeah, there was an event where I was given the wrong adapters because my mixer at the time, well, I still have it, did not take in a certain connection. So I should have double checked what I was given. I trusted the guy because I've known him for years. He misunderstood, gave me the wrong adapters, and I called Nino while he was on the gig himself. And I would have figured it out at some point because like you try all of them, but he saved me probably 15 minutes. 15 minutes of like, or 10 minutes at least of like messing around, and every minute was crucial. People were already thinking like, maybe we'll go to the bar next door or something. Not everyone, but like 2 or 3 people wanted to leave. And we're like, how do we connect this? And then we connected it and saved the party, and it was so much fun. Luckily, we had some music. We had like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, at least,
DJing
right?
that way. But the main show could not start because of that. So yeah, it really helped when you showed me that extra way to... The not so perfect way to connect it, but it still worked. It
still
right?
works.
I mean, it's just not supposed to be connected that way, but it's not going to do anything to the speaker.
Yeah, you could there's ways to even take away the actual mixer itself. You didn't actually need that. You could have directly plugged into it.
I forget why we didn't do it like that. There was a reason.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's because I think you were going back to back with.
Yes, we were going back to back too.
So you
yes.
needed to plug his stuff in.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, you remember.
I remember.
Yeah, so that was number 9. Like honestly, know your ins and outs of your AV equipment because I mean, that's your sound.
You never know when you're gonna have to set it up a different way. Maybe you forgot a cord at home, so just know all the different ways that you can.
Exactly. Right? So many reasons for this being on this list. And number 10, learn to beat match by ear. Guys and girls, learn to beat match by ear and not rely on your gear to do it for you. And not on visuals either.
I think we mentioned this so many times now.
Because it needs to be
said. Ingrained in your head, right? You need to beat match by ear. And that's the fundamentals of being a DJ. That's the first thing I learned. That's the first thing I concentrated on, just to made sure to beat match like by ear. Like I locked myself in a room for like 2 weeks, and I had to force myself to get it. My brother was saying, "Oh, you're terrible at this." I'm like, "I know, but I'm gonna get it."
And you got it.
I eventually got it, and
Yeah, so these are our 10 commandments, and we have some honorable mentions. We have number 1 is be licensed and insured. Also very important. You know, if you're just starting out, some people will say, no, you should always be, even if you're new, you should have it. But if you're starting out, most people are not licensed or insured.
Nope.
You're just learning the industry, couple small gigs here and there. But it's very important because it's expensive gear. It's not only gear, it's also if somebody works for you and gets injured, right? If someone kind of screws you out of a deal or something else that happens that's not very legal and it puts you at risk, it's very important to have all the right legalities in place.
Yeah, and it shows that to your clients, your potential clients, that you are taking this seriously.
Yes.
You're a professional.
Some places won't hire you unless you're licensed and insured.
Nope.
Yeah.
Venues require it.
Yeah. Provide number 2, provide references upon request. And that's for you. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
You need it. Like couples or clients will always look for the past events that you've done, especially the most recent ones.
Yeah,
right?
they'll ask, hey, can we see you DJ somewhere?
Yeah.
Normally that would be in the form of reviews, but there's different types of references, right? So super important. You have hundreds of those.
Hey, it gets me more gigs, inquiries.
Hundreds and hundreds. Well, how many 5-star reviews you have on Wedding Wire?
On Wedding Wire, 228 now.
And then you have Google, you have Facebook.
78. Yeah, Facebook as well.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
And you could go harder at it.
I could go, but
you could have double, but you're just not focusing on that because I mean that's already doing it. It's work for you.
Yeah, it's kind of just doing
that's
itself,
enough.
right?
You have more gigs than you can handle, even with a huge team. Number 3, play in front of an audience as soon as you can. As soon as you can. right? I kept telling you all the time how important that was.
You kept telling me, huh?
Yeah. So at first I was like, okay, not this. I'm not ready yet. You know, next month.
You're never gonna be
next
ready.
month. And then he said, I'm gonna stop taking you to gigs with me until you go and do your first gig.
I did. I gave you an ultimatum, man.
And I did my first gig. I made him come with me though.
You made me do half of it.
Yeah, he did half because I still couldn't control certain music. I still couldn't understand certain music that well and how to transition it correctly.
Yeah. But you needed to do it.
Yeah, and that gig just made me so much better. And then that was the first year. And then the second year, I was kind of like, Nino said, hey, like it was a huge break from your first gig or 2 gigs. Are you going to do this again or are we going to go through this again? So I got my own gigs, but this time I went by myself and I just aced it. They're return clients. They're amazing.
And what did you learn?
What?
What did you learn from your?
I don't know. What did I learn?
That's what I'm asking you.
That you're always right. Yeah, that's what you like to hear. That's what you like to hear.
Yeah, you know it's true.
All right. Well, number 4, know how to use CDJs. That's for mostly
if you're
club
going
DJs.
to clubs, then you use CDJs. Unless you're using CDJs at regular events, well, doesn't really make sense.
I saw
for mobile DJs,
maybe 2 or 3 DJs.
Yeah, there are the odd.
I think his name was DJ. I'm sorry if that wasn't your name. If there's a chance that you're actually watching this, I think it was DJ Old School or something like that.
DJ Old School.
And so he had CDJs and he had vinyls on the side. So it was 4. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then there was a second DJ with him who had a controller. It was such a long table.
Yeah, for sure.
And like it was like that, you know, in that shape and like an L. And so one side was just records and one side was everything else.
Old school for real.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, you don't technically need to know how to use CDJs. If you can learn on one thing, it transfers to the next piece of equipment as well. Just as long as you know the basics, the fundamentals of each controller or hardware that you're using.
Number 5, don't steal music.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What do we mean by stealing music?
Well,
okay, it's we're just like trying to explain ourselves because some people are very sensitive to that. Some people understand. So let us explain.
Don't steal music.
Okay, so
But as a DJ, as a starting DJ, you probably don't have the budget yet, so you're going to be ripping music off of the internet,
YouTube,
right?
Spotify, anywhere you're supposed to purchase it, but you found a way to get it for free.
You know, all you DJs starting out, you guys all did that.
Hey, I did that too, right? But then, I understood it. I learned how to use it. And I was like, oh, okay, there are record pools. There are this. All of my music is acquired legally, except if I'm on the gig and they want me to get a certain song and I don't have it, right?
Yeah, then you have no choice.
And then I go and find it after the gig and acquire it because I have the channels for it, right? And if I don't, I still want it at the highest quality.
The difference is between rip music and from DJ pools, music from DJ pools is because is the quality. The rip music is very condensed.
And you also get like all those cool, like, acapellas or remixes and intros, just better. So when you have no choice, I get it. Or when you're just starting out, because we have a short out there and that's the only one that got a couple dislikes and a bunch of likes. And I'm like, I knew it. People would be very sensitive about that. I told you from the start.
I know.
We love all of you. And again, we're not sitting here like, we're so high and mighty and we're telling you what to do. But it's for your own good. It's for your own good. You're going to get that ripped track and it's not going to sound that good.
It's going to sound terrible. It might sound good on your small speakers, but when you go into a legit like a club or a nice system you can play it on, it's going to sound like,
And you know what? I have a contact who said that, and he's been doing this for like 7-8 years. And he says, I get half my stuff is ripped and it sounds perfectly fine. I went to one of his gigs. I'm not, like perfect pitch and like my hearing is so sensitive. I'm a musician. I can hear music pretty well. I could tell right away, man, this is ripped, this is not. This is ripped, this is not. You can tell.
You can tell the quality.
And maybe as just a regular audience, you can't tell exactly what it is, but you'll be able to tell what sounds better, but you wouldn't know why. I know why. So it's just an advice for your own good, right?
Yep.
That's it. Actually, wait. We did say one more.
And more.
DJ etiquette. Very important. So if you do your own gig, let's say number 6, okay? If you do your own gig, obviously promote yourself. But if let's say somebody else hired you, so let's say DJ has a client, DJ Nino here, DJ 9, has a client, and he says, hey, Ilia, I can't do that gig. Can you do it for me? And, I'll pay you a cut. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go there as DJ Ilia with my business cards and start giving everyone my information and converting them to my own clients. I'm going there as an extension of Nino, and I'm obviously going to get some requests, but I'm going to run it by him. I'm going to say, hey, I got this, and that. If he wants to, he'll give it to me. If he doesn't, he has other plans for them. But this is just how it works. And a lot of people don't get that. And they'll go to someone's gig, because they were hired to do it. But then they'll promote themselves.
Yeah, that's
wear their own shirt or something.
That's just not right.
Yeah, you're supposed to promote the person who sent you that gig. And you know what? You'll think you're doing yourself a favor, but you're just not going to get any more gigs from
you're
that DJ.
You're not going to get hired anymore.
And anyone else who knows that DJ, because he's going to tell others not to hire you. Right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So have the right etiquette. We're going to do a full episode on DJ etiquette.
We will.
It's a very important
topic. There's a lot of
topic.
things to talk about in regards to that.
Yeah. But hey, we're super excited. It's been just about a week now of us, almost a week, of us finally starting to upload everything on YouTube and TikTok. We have 2 YouTube channels, one for the episodes and one for the clips, for the shorts. And all the likes and the views, and we really appreciate it. It's nice that we created this podcast and people are actually enjoying it. So thank you so much, and we'll have so much fun stuff for you guys soon. We're planning it. It's coming. So thanks again for joining another episode of The Clever DJ, and we'll see you in the next one.
My name is Nino. I'll see you guys next one.
See you guys.
Woohoo!